Hello, and welcome to the Wisdom Path. If you want to make better choices and live with fewer regrets, you are in the right place. Today, I will tell you a story about decision-making, honesty with yourself, and building a life you will be proud of. If you enjoy learning and growing, make sure you subscribe to the Wisdom Path for more inspiring videos. Let's walk this path together. Have you ever stood at a crossroads not knowing what to do? Maybe it was a job offer. Maybe it was whether to stay in a relationship. We all face these moments. And in those moments, a simple but powerful question can guide us. Am I being honest with myself? Really? Let me tell you about my friend Mike. Mike once had a dream job offer, more money, a bigger city, a fancy office. Everyone told him, "You'd be crazy not to take it." But deep inside, Mike felt something wasn't right. When he sat down and really asked himself, "Am I being honest with myself?" Component placement. He realized he didn't want the stress, the long hours, or the big city life. He wanted more time with his kids. He wanted peace. Mike said no to the offer. Today he runs a small business in his hometown. He's not a millionaire, but he's happy, and he has no regrets. Lesson 1. Honesty is the first step. We are all great storytellers, especially when we talk to ourselves. We say things like, "It's not a big deal. Everyone else is doing it. I can handle it." But sometimes, deep inside, we know we're lying. Brian Tracy once said, "The true test of character is to be honest with yourself even when no one is watching." Imagine a mirror that reflects not your face, but your true feelings. That's what asking, "Am I being honest with myself?" does. It shows you the truth you might be avoiding. Practical tip. Next time you have a decision to make, find a quiet place. Sit down. Ask yourself, what do I really want? Why do I really want it? And be brave enough to hear the answer. It's like cleaning a dusty window. At first it's hard to see, but the more honest you are, the clearer everything becomes. Short anecdote. A woman named Laura once bought an expensive gym membership because she thought it would motivate her. But truthfully, she hated gyms. She loved hiking and dancing. When she finally admitted that to herself, she canceled the membership and started hiking every weekend. Guess what? She got fit, saved money, and was much happier. Sometimes the honest path is different from the popular path. Lesson 2. You are writing your story. Every decision you make becomes part of your life story. Think about it. When you're 80 years old, sitting by the fire, what stories will you tell? Do you want to say, "I followed my heart and built a life I loved"? Or, "I just did what everyone else expected"? The choice is yours. The pen is in your hand. Tony Robbins once said, "It is in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped." One choice at a time, you are shaping your destiny. Practical tip. Before making a decision, ask yourself, what story do I want to tell later? Imagine yourself 5 years from now. Looking back, will you be proud or will you feel regret? If you can choose pride over regret today, you'll thank yourself tomorrow. Metaphor. Think of your life like building a bridge. Every decision is a stone. You can either lay stones carefully, making your bridge strong and beautiful, or you can throw them randomly, ending up with a shaky, broken bridge. Which bridge do you want to walk across in the future? Remember, be honest with yourself. Write a story you will be proud of. Lay each stone with care. Today's focus. Listening to the small voice inside. Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever had that strange feeling deep inside, like a little red flag waving in your gut, even when everything seems okay on the outside? That feeling is not your imagination. That's what we call inner tension, and it's worth listening to. Short story: The car with the rattle. Imagine you're driving your car. Everything seems fine. But then, you hear a soft rattle under the hood. It's quiet, easy to ignore. But if you keep ignoring it, it grows louder. And one day, boom, your car breaks down. Our hearts and minds work the same way. Sometimes we sense that something just isn't right. It's not always loud or clear. It's a whisper, a hesitation, a tiny pull in your chest. That's your internal warning system, your conscience, your wisdom. And the question to ask in these moments is there a tension that deserves my attention? Lesson 3. Pause before you push through. We live in a world that loves speed. Quick decisions, fast results. But speed can be dangerous when you're heading in the wrong direction. Pausing isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Let me tell you about Daniel, a former client of mine. Daniel was offered a promotion at work, more money, more power. But something felt off. He didn't know why. There was just this tension inside him. Instead of rushing in, he paused. He took 3 days just to listen. That pause led him to ask deeper questions. And he found out the promotion came with a team he didn't trust and a boss who had lied to others before. If he had ignored the tension, he would have walked into a storm. Instead, he stayed where he was. And months later, a better, more honest opportunity came along. Practical tip: practice the pause and pay attention method. Next time you feel inner hesitation, don't brush it off. Write it down. Describe the tension in your own words. Sit with it for a day. Ask yourself, what's making me feel this way? Talk to someone wise, but don't ask them to decide for you. Just share your thoughts. The tension is not there to hurt you. It's there to help you. Anecdote: the house that looked perfect. A woman named Sarah was about to buy her first home. It was everything she dreamed of. A big backyard, nice kitchen, perfect neighborhood. But something felt strange. She couldn't explain it. She paused the process, even though the real estate agent pressured her to act fast. After 2 days, she decided to check local flood maps. Guess what? The house had flooded 3 times in 5 years. The seller didn't say anything about it. That small tension saved her thousands of dollars and a huge headache. Lesson 4. Tension is wisdom in disguise. Tension doesn't mean you should always say no, but it does mean wait, look again, ask deeper questions. Sometimes our brain can't see the full picture, but our body and heart sense it. It's like walking into a room and feeling something's wrong, even if you can't explain why. Joe Dispenza says, your body is your unconscious mind. Listen to it. It's smarter than we give it credit for. Metaphor: the check engine light. That little tension inside you? It's like a check engine light. You can cover it with tape, but the engine is still in trouble. Don't wait for your emotional or spiritual engine to break down. Pop the hood. Take a look. You might discover something that changes your direction for the better. As a coach, I often tell my clients, if your heart whispers, wait, don't let your ego shout, go. Slow down when your soul asks you to. You'll make decisions with peace, not pressure. Let's recap the key idea. Ask yourself, is there a tension that deserves my attention? If yes, pause, reflect, investigate. That small hesitation might just save you from a big mistake. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Today's big question: what does love require of me? Love is not just about romance. Love is about how we treat people and how we treat ourselves. When we ask, what does love require of me? Зрение, мы шагаем в большую версию себя. We choose patience over anger. We choose forgiveness over pride. We choose understanding over judgment. Short story: The Two Emails. Let me tell you about Anna. Anna was upset with her coworker. One morning, she wrote a very sharp email. She was ready to hit send. But before she did, she asked herself, "What does love require of me?" She realized love required patience. Love required clarity, not anger. So instead of sending the angry email, she wrote a calm, clear message asking for a meeting. The coworker apologized during that meeting. They worked out their issues, and their friendship grew stronger. If Anna had sent the angry email, it would have burned the bridge. Instead, she built a better one. Lesson 5. Love builds bridges, not walls. Every day we have a choice: build a bridge or build a wall. Walls are built with anger, pride, selfishness. Bridges are built with kindness, patience, and love. When you ask, "What does love require of me?" Component placement. You are choosing to be a bridge builder, even when it's hard, even when others don't deserve it. Practical tip: the 3-second rule of love. Next time you feel angry, hurt, or impatient, pause for 3 seconds. Breathe. Ask yourself, what does love require of me right now? Maybe it's silence instead of shouting. Maybe it's walking away instead of attacking. Maybe it's listening instead of talking. These small choices shape strong, beautiful relationships. Anecdote: the father and son. There's a true story about a father and son who had a huge argument. The father said some terrible things. The son slammed the door and didn't come home for months. One day, the father heard a talk about forgiveness. He asked himself, "What does love require of me?" It didn't require being right. It required reaching out, even if it was uncomfortable, even if the son didn't answer. So the father wrote a letter. It said, "I love you. I'm sorry. Please come home when you're ready." Weeks later, the son returned. Their relationship wasn't perfect, but it healed because one person chose love over pride. Lesson 6. Love sometimes means sacrifice. Love doesn't always feel easy. Sometimes it asks for sacrifice. It asks us to say sorry first, forgive even when we hurt, stay kind even when others aren't. Denzel Washington once said, "At the end of the day, it's not about what you have or even what you've accomplished. It's about who you've lifted up, who you've made better. It's about what you've given back." When we choose love, we are giving back to the world something priceless. Metaphor: love as a garden. Think of relationships like a garden. If you only take from it, pulling fruits and flowers without care, it will die. But if you plant seeds, water them, and patiently wait, the garden will flourish. Love requires planting, watering, and waiting. And yes, sometimes pulling a few weeds too. When I coach clients on relationships, whether business, family, or friendships, I always say, ask what love would do, then do that, even if it's harder. It may not fix everything right away, but it always creates a better future than anger or silence ever could. Let's remember the final key to making better decisions. Ask yourself, what does love require of me? Sometimes love requires speaking up for yourself, setting boundaries, showing forgiveness, giving someone a second chance, or simply being patient and kind. Whatever love requires, do that. It won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Thank you so much for joining me on this 3-part journey here at the Wisdom Path. We've learned powerful tools to be honest with ourselves, to listen to the tensions inside us, to let love guide our steps, better decisions, fewer regrets. That's the journey we're all walking together. If you enjoyed this series, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to the Wisdom Path for more videos on how to live wisely, bravely, and joyfully. Remember, you are writing your life story every day. Make it a beautiful one. See you in the next video.